Hey everyone, welcome to Bourbon Battles. I'm Joe.
I'm Chad.
Hey, hopefully you're tuning in, guys. Hey, today we've got a great battle. This is one that at least Chad's been looking forward to for a very, very, very long time. 1792 Sweet Wheat
Versus regular old Maker's Mark.
You know what that makes this? That makes this a Unicorn Killer series. Who wins, the Unicorn or the Challenger? Gotta watch to see.
Good luck.
Ready to get into this, bud? Yeah. Hey, before we get into it, I want to remind everybody that the official liquor store of Bourbon Battles is Red Barrel Liquors over in Mooresville, Indiana. Make sure you put it in your ways or something because there's tons of construction. You got to come in a goofy back way, but go over there, check that out. He's got incredible store picks, and like and subscribe to this channel so you can keep up as those store picks come in. We'll do a review on them.
It's a good idea.
But you got to be fast though. That stuff sells out sometimes. He's got some good stuff over there, and the most important thing you got to do over at Red Barrel is tell him Bourbon Battle sent you.
That would help.
So today, if you follow along, we've done some cool things. We've released a couple top 10 videos, but one of the things we do kind of as a mainstay of this channel is just a battle to where we drink two whiskeys blind. Why do we drink them blind?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Can you tell me?
Yeah, I can tell you.
Why?
We drink them blind because we don't give a rat's ass what's on the label. We just like good whiskey. We don't want to be persuaded by horsies and all this nonsense. We just want to know this is better than that. That's all we talk about. Will you do me a favor today when we pick these? Will you give like 40 tasting notes for one whiskey?
Yep.
You will?
Yeah.
No, he won't, because we don't do tasting notes.
Why?
You tell them why.
I don't know why.
Because they're stupid.
Fair enough.
Everybody gets tasting notes once you start drinking whiskey, but mine aren't the same as yours, that aren't the same as his, that aren't the same as theirs.
Correct.
And I'm sorry, leather and tobacco does not sound like something that would taste good to me.
Well, I mean, you never had a cigarette dressed with...
You think it's that kind of tobacco or like Red Man Golden Blend? Because I could get on board with that, or Levi Garrett. Or is it like a nasty old dried up 8-ball twist?
King B's better.
So we don't talk about that stuff.
Apple plug.
Now, yeah, there you go. You cut it with your little pocket knife.
Yeah.
You will, if something's really predominant, we will mention it.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you just can't keep from it.
No, I mean, we've mentioned cinnamon before. Creamy, nutty, oaky, sweet. I like to leave sweet as a general statement. This is really sweet.
One time we had caramel.
Which time?
You know.
So, have I showed you this list that I built? I took I can't remember, it was 3 or 4 of the biggest whiskey channels on YouTube, and I picked a whiskey that everybody's reviewed, and I came up where these 4 people gave like 40 or 50 different tasting notes.
That should tell you everything that you ever needed to know.
And I like these people. But I want to hear them say, I like this or I don't like this.
Like I said, that should tell you everything
Yeah.
you need to know.
I've got a whiskey in this room that we will do. I think we'll talk about it. I want to do an episode that's very specific to a few different things. I get peach like no other. It's the first time I've ever got peach in a whiskey. I'm curious to your thoughts.
I thought it was a little peachy.
Did you try it already?
At the house.
Are we talking about the same thing? The one that's a distillery only that you bought in Wyoming?
And brought to you, and you already had it because it was a distillery only. Yeah.
Right. So you got peaches in it as well?
A little bit, yeah.
Pretty interesting. A lot of people say apricot, but I could see
it
where...
could be some kind of, yeah. I mean, it very well could be.
Some kind of tree fruit.
Some kind of orange tree fruit. Not a stone fruit. Or a citrus fruit.
Let's get into it. So here's how this works. We've got a barrel that's got all these envelopes in it.
Last time I checked, it was a basket, but a barrel will work.
Is it a box?
Sure enough.
Baskets are woven. And there's an envelope. Inside that envelope is another envelope that has what it is. There's 2 sample pours in here, and we're going to drink those and pick a winner. You guys already know what we're drinking, but we don't.
Go ahead.
No, I want you to
No,
pick.
you go ahead.
No, I want you to pick. We don't know what's in here. Nor do we care, but we're going to tell you our thoughts on it. If I can do it without breaking anything. Leave that envelope right there. 1 and 2.
Look pretty light, bud.
They don't look very dark, do they?
Just two.
You new here? You don't have to. No, that's good.
You like to drink more than I do.
You can leave a little bit in there, bud.
You like to
You
drink.
you couldn't help yourself, could you?
You like to drink more than I
I do.
do. You know what they say?
What?
Pretty fly.
You think it's rye?
Pretty light. It would lead me to believe so.
It's pretty.
Could be Point Rider though. You never know.
I don't think that aired yet.
Oh. I'll get it figured out eventually.
You know, I don't know if it's because Chad made the comment, but it smells like rye to me.
Tasty notes. Look at the legs on that.
The what?
The legs.
Beat it. I don't think it's rye. But I do think I could see number 2 being a Heaven Hill or Jim Beam product. It's really nutty to me.
Number one's really easy to drink. I mean, there's a little burn after you swallow it, but up front there's nothing.
Number 2, do you get the peanuts in number 2? Here we are talking about tasting.
I haven't tasted peanuts. I haven't tasted number 2.
You never get peanuts, though.
No. You know why?
I don't know why.
You don't want to know why.
This is interesting. It's light.
Mm-hmm.
A little more number 1. Having a hard time deciding here. My initials.
Eyedroppers.
Right here, bud.
I'm on the head of each one with a little bit of water, but that's the only way you can really tell. If I want to make a cola or a ice out of this.
Number 1 is that Mike?
I don't think so.
Number 1's really, really easy to drink, but there's something on the back of the palate that I
Kind of one of them at the back end, right?
Number 2's got a ton of flavor. But I'd almost say number 2's higher proof. I don't know if that's the case. Usually
It feels like it to me because after I took the drink off number 2, it made my top gum and my tongue go numb. True story.
I'd say it tastes higher proof. I think number 1 got a little hotter with a drop of water.
I think number 1 got better.
Yeah, more flavor.
Yeah, but it cut down on that right at the end, too. You ever had that before?
No.
More like swallowing racing fuel at the end.
Have you ever had racing fuel?
Yeah.
You have? Is it good?
That right there is racing fuel.
This?
Yes.
It's not hot. That's good drinking.
Yeah, I think number 1 got better with water.
Did we talk about why we drink in blind? I think we did.
We did. We didn't talk about tasting notes.
Yeah, we did. In great depth. I'm ready to pick. Before we get into this, I'll say, how many videos in a... Oh,
I have a question.
let's hear it.
So a couple months ago, whatever, a couple videos ago, you were fat mouthing about Purdue and Penn State. I was just curious how that game turned out.
It was like 8 weeks ago.
I was just curious how it turned out.
I left before it was over. I don't know.
Because last time I checked, the Hoosiers were undefeated. Just saying.
They played Idaho.
They did.
And they beat Illinois. Just wait for the Oaken bucket, bud. I'll be there.
Good. I'll throw popcorn at you.
So
I don't know which one to pick, Joe.
I'm gonna say one of these is a little better.
I'm gonna say better, but close. I don't really know.
Yeah, Chad and I have been the same at picking.
I think I know which one.
Multiple episodes. Like, this is probably our longest streak in picking the same.
Good enough. I'm ready. You ready? I'm ready.
1, 2, 3. We both picked number 2.
I think that's got more flavor than number 1. That's the only reason.
It may be a little more astringent, tastes a higher proof.
I like it.
But it's got a good flavor, and it's that Jim Beam.
It makes you want to come back for more.
It's got to be Jim Beam or Heaven Hill with the peanuts.
I can't answer that. I can't taste the peanuts, so I don't know.
I'm leaning. Yeah, I don't know. It's
open it. Quit talking about it. Don't talk about it. Be about it.
Who?
You know.
1 and 2. Let's see. Which one is this?
This is the one we didn't pick. So the one that
I am so relieved right now.
The one that we did not pick is Maker's Mark. Straight Maker's. Damn it! I already know.
Chad's been waiting for this video for.
Damn it.
Since we started doing them.
Yeah.
You want to talk about Maker's Mark, or does everybody know about it?
I mean, a lot of people know about it. It's 90 proof, 70% corn, 16% wheat, 14% malted barley. Comes from the Maker's Mark Distillery, Loretto, Kentucky.
Beautiful piece of property.
Some
Bring your hiking boots because you're going to walk all over Hell's Half Acre.
Some of the best whiskey on the market, in my opinion.
Now, since I've been in
I know. Just show
this is Chad's fault. They already know what we're drinking. It's Sweet Wheat by 1792. Chad's fault. Chad had me drink this way back when I first started drinking different whiskeys. I always had a bottle of Knob Creek, a bottle of Jim Beam, and maybe 1 or 2 other things laying around at most. And and Chad had me taste this one. You did a private, like a really professional tasting with limestone water and the right chocolates.
I have the ability to not be a knucklehead most of the time.
And I can't remember. Is that the one? I don't think that's the one your mom was at. No, because we all picked something different at that one. Right. But Chad will host these things, and this was a dinner Megan cooked for us. And he let me taste Sweet Wheat and Parker's Heritage Orange Curacao, and I had to have them both. And I got really lucky and got the last bottle at the distillery one day. We just randomly drove by on our way home from Florida, and the Sweet Wheat is quite possibly it might be the only whiskey in this room that I've overpaid for. It's like a $39 bottle.
Well, the thing about it is, what the real disappointing part of this is, I figured that regular makers would win. And it was close. I mean, I was better but close.
It was closer than I would have thought. This is a unicorn in our parts.
I think it's everywhere. I mean, you can't find it. I've seen it on the shelf one place.
I bought this at a liquor store in Florida for $200. My wife bought it for me for my birthday because she knew how much I liked it, and we way overpaid for it. And I guess that's okay sometimes if that's what a guy wants, but it's pretty silly. One of the only times I've done this, I'm
disappointed.
I have just such a cloud, like a ton of
You're
bricks.
relieved because you knew you'd have to hear about it for the next 2 years.
I would have never heard the end of it if I'd have picked the Maker's
Mark. You
Mark.
would definitely never have heard the end of it, I assure you.
I'm really surprised I got
think it too.
That nutty flavor. I would have thought it was the Jim Beam.
It's got more flavor. It's got more flavor.
Now, don't be thinking you're going to run after this. You know what? We'll start this video and explain that this is a unicorn killer, and the unicorn prevailed.
It did. This is very close, though.
You and I could do this independently. I don't even want to because I'm afraid. I wonder what regular old 46 would do.
It'd kill it. I bet you'd beat it. I mean, this was so close. Like I said, better but close is what I said. And it was just because I think with water, it made it.
The unicorn prevailed today.
It did.
Gosh, I am ecstatic.
He'll be able to sleep now.
That it went the way it went.
He knew it was in there. He just didn't know where it was.
I've been dreading it. It's been in there for a long time.
Right.
I mean, there's been a lot of things added to it, and it was bound and determined to come up at some point. I'm thrilled.
You going to tell him about the mash bill or anything on the Sweet Wheat?
Oh, yeah. I'm just excited. 70% corn, 16% wheat, 14% malted barley.
It's almost the same identical mash bill.
Of course, 1792 Barton, which is owned by Sazerac, who owns Buffalo Trace.
And lots of other
90 proof.
Same proof.
This is, unfortunately, they stopped doing tours there.
COVID. Supply chain.
No visitors on the property anymore. Shut it all down.
Why?
I've heard rumors that somebody got hurt. So, yeah, you can't go there. There's no gift shop. No whiskey to buy. They're a huge...
How are we going to get our popular bumholes?
Is that the only place you can get them?
Only one place you can get 1792.
You can't get one then. So, this is awesome.
They've got a lot of good stuff.
Barton?
Yeah.
Like what? 1792 foolproof
All
store
their
picks?
1792.
Oh, you're starting to see a shortage of small batch.
Well,
It's getting harder and harder to find.
that's the one that I would say I'm not a fan of.
I like the single barrel. The bottom of bond, some of those store picks are out of this world.
They do a lot of one-off distills too.
They do a ton of stuff for
Grocery stores.
Total Wine. Total Wine's gotten a little crazy with it, and they've got some. I mean, that port barrel finish, I guarantee it's the same thing. Those back there,
It's
made
the
by
same
Barton.
thing, only it doesn't cost $500 a bottle.
It's like $25, $40. I don't know. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Oh my!
Hey, if you're watching this and you have a bottle of 1792 port finish, we'd love a couple ounces, and we'll be more than happy to.
We'll come up with something, but
Make
I'm
it-
going to
make-
taste it against that just to see.
We want to make it. We'll make it worth your while. But if you have a bottle that's open, we'd love to get our hands on that and do a battle with it.
We'll send you the bottles. We'll send you the postage box. We'll do whatever.
Well, yeah.
But it would be good to have just to taste it against.
See if we can taste the difference.
Right. I bet there's nothing.
You know, hey, while you're doing that, write some stuff down. Go to Facebook. Go to Red Barrel Liquors, like them on Facebook, Instagram.
Red Barrel Liquors is good.
Find us on Facebook, Instagram,
We are
YouTube, TikToks. Most people don't do this, and we don't like to boast, but we were named the tag team champions of Internet Whiskey Tasters.
That was news to me when I found out. But after
Yeah.
I found out, I have to agree.
Yeah, somebody made a good decision there. But find us on all those social media outlets. Shoot us a message. Our email address will come up here. Shoot us a message. Let us know what you'd like to see. If we get a reasonable request, we throw it in the bucket of fun. You know, we had...
Is it a bucket?
It's a basket.
A basket.
Box.
Is it a box?
It's not a basket. So somebody
How
had...
come?
Because it's not woven.
Oh.
Somebody had us do, you go back several episodes, Jim Beam Double Oak, which is a super value bottle, cheap, against Woodford Double Oak. Jim Beam won blind.
What say you?
That's crazy shit. Crazy
Why you
talk.
gotta cuss? Always.
It slipped. I'm sorry. And we thought that was a crazy request, but the Jim Beam won. So send us your crazy requests. If we have it, we'll do it. We're gonna have a lot B here real soon.
Well, there's very possible that there's a lot of viewers that have something that we wouldn't even think about.
Yeah. Hey, and we'd love to do a video at some point on like good craft distilleries, like Old 55 out of Newtown, Indiana, which
Is that Newtown or Newton?
Newtown, which you can pick up store picks at Red Barrel Liquors over there in Mooresville, 20 minutes south of Indianapolis. Leaper's Fork out of the Nashville, Tennessee area is a phenomenal craft distillery, and there's more out there that we don't know about. Hard Truth out of Nashville, Indiana.
Right down the road.
I eat lunch there. But anyway, these things are everywhere.
They're getting more and more.
Yeah, we want to know if they're good. We'd like to do a little episode on some of that stuff. So get a hold of us if there's something around your area that you can help us out with. And yeah, I mean, Journeyman Distillery won a big award at, what's that thing called? The Apricot Awards?
I think so.
Apricot Awards. Whiskey of the Year with their wheat whiskey. Don't know that I agree with it, but it's pretty good whiskey. Do you know they're building a distillery in Indiana?
Who?
Journeyman.
I had no idea.
Yeah, they're moving to like the Chicago suburb area.
The region.
Starlight.
Starlight's good. Some of Huber's stuff is really good.
Yeah, we'd love to taste, if we do this little series, we'd love to get our hands on a cigar batch. Mike, I know you got one. Maybe trade you some Legacy Pub for it. But yeah, let us know what you want to see. Find us on all the social media outlets. Please patronize Red Barrel Liquors over in Mooresville. Tell them Bourbon Battle sent you. That helps support this channel. Yeah, let us know what you want. And open your bottles. Don't be a bourbon butthole.
Or a whiskey wise ass.
There's no sense in it. Share your stuff, but if you drink,
don't drive.
If you drink, don't drive to the watermelon crawl.